is homeless. She's been homeless on the streets of Chelmsford since 2023. And she's there, and she just came over to me and said, can you find out for me why we have 1,500 men in a barracks getting 3 meals a day and all their amenities paid for, and I'm on the street? She's there. And I don't want to embarrass you, my love, but that is a question that I think we should all be asking. There are veterans, thousands of veterans on our streets. There are thousands of homeless people like this lady, and these men are breaking into this country every day illegally and being given 3 meals a day, clothes, all their amenities. I'm so taken aback. So you've thrown me off a little bit, but never mind. Thank you. And I hope that I hope that some of these journalists speak to you, my love. Anyway, so back to today. So this is the second pink protest. I did expect some more people, I'll be honest, but I don't blame them because the weather is horrific. But we are here because each and every one of us are concerned about the influx of foreign men from cultures that do not respect our own, that break into this country every day illegally, and they are put into 3-4-star hotels. They're put into camps on the outside of towns, and the lady's going to talk to you about that. And there is no consequence. They do what they want, they come and go, they come into towns. And, hold on, I'm just going to get off thing, because that lady's throwing me off, sorry. And every day we hear about more sexual assaults, more rapes, and tragically in the last few months we've heard about murders. And over here you see a table, and this table has got the pictures of girls that have been murdered, not just raped, not just assaulted, but murdered on the streets of this country. And those murders would not have happened if the government had not let in the perpetrators. And that is a fact.
Yes.
It's not racist, it's not bigoted, it is a fact. And every time I look at those pictures, I actually I well up. And in a minute, after a few speeches, I will go through those pictures and tell you about those girls. And even though it's horrific to listen to, it has to be said. And what we're finding is that these rapes and these murders and these sexual assaults are going undocumented. They are not getting the media attention they deserve. Why? Sarah Everard, God rest her soul, was murdered in 2000, and for weeks she was on the news. Weeks. And there were vigils, and they talked about it, because she was murdered by a man who was British. These women were murdered by the men that the government have let in, and no one talks about it. Why don't they talk about it? Because they've got blood on their hands, that is why. And it breaks my heart, and I will go through that with you in a minute. Today we're going to have some great guest speakers, and the whole point of the Pink Protest is that we give an environment where women, mothers and grandmothers and aunts and cousins can come together and feel safe and feel that they're in a secure environment where they can have their voices heard. And that's what the Pink Protest is about. And we're going to do this up and down the country because we have women contacting us from everywhere, from Inverness to Exeter, saying the same thing. Orla, why are these men being dumped in our community? We don't want them. There's been no risk assessment. No one's asked us. A lady called me the other day from Inverness, in the Highlands of Scotland. 400 men from foreign cultures dumped in their town. And she said some of the people have never left Inverness. They don't know what's going on. Who are these men? All the way down to Exeter. We've got a lady here from Crowborough, Kim. She's going to talk to you about what's happening in Crowborough. And then we've got Emma, who's going to talk to you about what's happening in Chelmsford. Because I'm not from Chelmsford, I'm from Epping. This lady over here is not from Chelmsford, she's from Chesham. That lady over there is from Canary Wharf. But the thing is, we have all got the same problem. We all feel the same way, and we are all terrified about what is happening on our streets. And just to finish, before we let the speaker speak, people say to me, why do you never talk about the white sexual predators? Why do you never talk to me about British men who rape women? And I say, because because we have enough scumbags in our country as it is. We've got our own scumbags, our own predators, and our own sex pests. We do not need to bring in more every day. Men from cultures that do not think like we do, who treat women like third-class citizens, and who think it's acceptable to marry 8 and 9-year-old girls. That is not what we are about, and we will not accept it. So however much they talk about multiculturalism, we are not going to accept it. So I'm going to leave you now. We're going to hand over to our first speaker, a lady called Kim, who is leading the charge in Crowborough. Now, you may have seen this, it's been on the news recently, and they have got the same kind of nightmare happening to them as they have in Chelmsford and Colchester and Braintree. So I'm going to hand over to Kim. Round of applause, please.
Hello. I don't think I'm going to match up to Orla's speaking. I'm definitely not used to doing this. I am just a resident from Crowborough. My name is Kim Bailey. I'll try and talk louder. My husband usually says to be quiet. Right, so I'm Kim Bailey. I'm from Crowborough. I started the Pink Ladies group down in Crowborough because of what the government's doing, which I'll tell you about in a second. We also started a residents group called Crowborough Shield, and what they're actually doing is taking the government to court to seek a judicial review. Now, that's no easy task, taking on the establishment. So, what's happened down in Crowborough is we are a sleepy rural town in the middle of the forest. There is nothing there. There is, a couple of churches, a couple of schools, nothing for anyone to do. The recreational facilities are minimal. So we had it break in the press on the 28th of October that 600 undocumented men will be placed in the used army barracks. Now, they say they are disused and that they are abandoned. These army barracks are not. They are used by thousands of cadets, which are now going to be displaced as a result. So that broke on the 28th of October. We had absolutely no consultation whatsoever. And then we found out it's not actually just 600 men, it's actually about 2,500 undocumented men that will be placed there. That's a lot of men. They're going to be rotated through, and the Home Office has said, oh, it's only for 12 months. Now, we know it's not only for 12 months. They have spent millions doing this up. Their two ambitions was to reduce community impact and reduce cost of hotels. Now, it's actually more expensive than the hotels, and the impact on the communities are huge. So it doesn't reach either of those ambitions, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So what we've done is we've tried to challenge the Home Office. I was actually up there with the Minister on Wednesday, Alex Norris. I don't recommend meeting him. Seriously. So I went up and to challenge him. Why are you doing this? What impact assessments have you done? Where are your risk assessments? They have bypassed every policy, every process, every piece of legislation, and are implementing this under what they call emergency powers, which means they don't need planning permission to do anything. They don't need permission to do anything at all. They can just literally do what they want. Now, that's not true, and we've obviously sought legal advice. As Crowborough Shield, we have appointed a whole legal team, and we are going to challenge that. The problem is time. Thank you. Trust me, it has been early starts. We are the group that we have formed to take on this challenge. We are up, we're on the phone at 6 a.m. and we are still on the phones at 2 a.m. It is so hard because time is not on our side. They have basically told us that when I went to meet the Minister on Wednesday, we asked how long, how much notice are we going to be given before you put these men in those army barracks? We asked if it was going to be 14 days. They said no. So we pushed and said, will you give us 7 days? No, more like 48 hours. We will not know they're in there until they're in there. Now that just goes against absolutely everything. There is nothing, no security. And when we challenge them what police resources are being put in place, we don't know. And the reason that the difficulty with this court case is the Home Office has kept saying, we haven't made a decision yet. And this is their kind of get-out clause, why we can't put in planning notices and stop notices and things like that, because they're saying, we haven't made a decision, we have firm intention. Well, they've put in millions of pounds of diesel generators in the middle of the forest. And one of the things actually that's quite ironic that he said, the reason that we're putting them there is because when they're in the hotels, it's too easy for them to hide mopeds. work for Uber Eats and all of the others. So it's quite easy. It's too easy. That's this lady here said boycott them. I agree. I agree. They didn't deliver my sushi a few weeks back. But anyway, so yeah, so this is what they're saying, that being in the hotels is easy for them to hide mopeds and other things. I assume they mean guns and knives and God knows what. Now, this army barracks is actually surrounded by thousands and thousands of acres of forest land. You could hide jumbo jets in that forest, you would never find them. So when I challenged the minister on this and said, are you joking? You think it's easier to hide things in a hotel than it is in thousands of acres of forest? He really didn't have an answer, which just goes to demonstrate the complete ignorance and lack of care. Now, if there's one message that I can give you about Alex Norris is he is empty, he is soulless, and the only thing that he is going to do is deliver government policy. He doesn't care about the people, and that was really, really obvious in that meeting, and it was so sad that he will deliver those policies at all costs. So unless we stand up, in Crowborough, in Chelmsford, in Essex, in Venice, unless we all stand up and stand together, we're not going to make any changes, and they are just going to keep popping up. All of these camps, undocumented men, putting people in danger all over the country. So we need to stand together. That's the key message.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear that now? Can you hear me? I think it's because my voice is a lot bigger, louder. Thank you, Kim. And the first protest in Crowborough was last week or the week before, and we went down there, and it was unbelievable the amount of people that were there who are obviously feeling completely distraught by what is happening to them. So thank you, Kim, and if you can give Crowborough your support and let them know that you are here to support them and that you feel the same as they do, so they don't feel like they're on their own. So a round of applause for Kim, please. So I am going to, so we've got an order of events, but there's people that are going to speak who aren't here yet, so we're going to have to juggle things around a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let Emma talk to you about Chelmsford specifically, because that's why we're here today. So Emma, can you come forward? Oh, she's here. Oh, sorry, she was just on GB News. Sorry, love. We don't want to interrupt your stardom. Okay, over to Emma, thank you.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining us today at Chelmsford. I've lived here since 2018. This one? Yeah, and 4 weeks ago today, actually yesterday, a prisoner that was inside Chelmsford prison. Sorry guys, is that alright? Yeah. Thank you. So a prisoner was released on this high street, and a very scared woman filmed him, and she didn't know whether it was him or not, and she messaged myself and Adam Brooks and said, is this him? So I went back home and I looked at the photos and I thought, oh my god, it's him, not thinking that he actually got released by accident. From then, we had to put this out to the press, and obviously he was then found 2 days later. I visited the police station to ask them why did they cover it up and not release this out, and they couldn't give me an answer. They still haven't given me an answer, and I'm still pressing for it, by the way, and I won't stop pressing for it. We want answers why you would cover it up and not let people know. Anyway, I'm actually here today to talk about RAF.
First super chat of the stream, really appreciate it, thank you so much.
And the fact that we have 1,200 undocumented men in an RAF base that are Kurdish gangs, and they're building up the hierarchy. This week, my hard work of investigating, staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, talking to whistleblowers, we actually managed to get videos out of these guys partying, fighting, drunk, smashing up managers' offices, and these people are being bussed into my community on a daily basis. They're bussed into Chelmsford between 10 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night. This is not okay, right? Because there is women that are changing their routes home. And they message me saying they're too scared to leave their house. Now, why should a woman and a child have to change their routes home because they're too scared to leave their house because I have a Kurdish gang member walking our streets? They shouldn't. Now, these buses, they can just come and go as they please. They have no ID. Even though Marie Goldman told me that they have ID, they have no ID. They have a number, a service user number. We also released this week missing people from RAF as well. So there was a list of about 70, but I understand there's 600 people missing from RAF Wethersfield. And this is just one location. How many have gone missing into our systems? I understand that they, from my conversations I've had with a previous staff member, that they call in sick, oh no, sorry, not call in sick, they're not working, they pretend they're sick to go to Chelmsford Hospital so they can then go out partying, and one of the very, very dangerous guys there, he was wearing a £350 designer coat, and he decided to smash the security guard's face in, headbutt the wall, and he's now inside prison. But how long will he stay in prison for? Will he be just released out and we don't know about it? They won't tell us, they'll cover it up. He needs to be deported. Marie Goldman, our MP in Chelmsford, told me there was nothing wrong with these guys. But on Monday, after all the pressure I've been putting onto her, she went to Parliament. She asked for extra money for policing. Now, if there's nothing wrong with these guys, why does Marie Goldman in Chelmsford need extra money for policing? They can go and stay with her if they want. Braintree Council had £2 million of extra funding for policing for these guys. So there's nothing wrong with these guys. Why do we need extra money for policing? Please tell me why. I'm glad that Marie Goldman's finally speaking up about it in Parliament, but she's also the MP that wants to process the same guys through the system within 3 months. She actually spoke to GB News a couple of months ago. She had a spike in popularity because she had about 1,000 comments on her post that were all negative, so she's going to have to start sticking up for us soon. So if anyone is from Chelmsford and they haven't done so far, and if anyone's from Braintree or Colchester or North West constituency, can I ask you today, when you go home, can you write to your MP and say we do not want these buses bussed into our community on a daily basis? Why are they being picked up at 7 o'clock at night? Do you know the government website tells us that they're here volunteering? And last time we was here 2 weeks ago, a young girl was 16 years old and she stood here and she said, I get followed, I get photographed and I get winked at and I'm scared. So when we put this video out, we got told you coached her what to say, and that she was not telling the truth. So this young 16-year-old girl was telling the truth, and she was brave enough to stand up and say it. I also had another lady reach out to me. Her daughter was on work experience. She was sat on a bench having her lunch, and a man sat next to her and indecently exposed himself. So what I need you to do is, if anything happens with any of your children or any of their friends, I need you to report it to the police, and I need you to raise awareness on it. So I started up a group in Chelmsford because Chelmsford is run, community groups are run by the left. If you write in a Chelmsford group, you get deleted, you get blocked. If you say it's an asylum seeker, you get blocked. So I know. So the Chelmsford run by the left. So 4 weeks ago, I started up a safety group in Chelmsford, and you're all welcome to join. Chelmsford Safety Watch, women and safety, women and children first. So yeah, I've got loads more to tell you, but my brain's got a little bit scrambled, and I got diagnosed with ADHD yesterday, so my brain just goes overtime, and then I just forget what I want to say, and I just got loads to say. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Like, you've come out in the rain, yeah, and you're supporting us. And the pink ladies is acceptable, because how can you call a woman wearing pink protecting their country a far right? I think there's a couple of counter-protesters here today. There's one lady, she's got a pink profile picture, she's been slating us all week. So if you're here, I think you know who you are. I don't know if I can say her name, but I won't. But anyway, thank you all for coming, I really appreciate it. We've just got to keep making our voices heard. Thank you.
Thank you, my love. You can think, whatever you think about, you can come back. It's all right, we're here all day. So we've got some guest speakers, and amongst them is the wonderful Mike Graham. He's in transit. He'll be here soon. I was just laughing about we were just talking about Crowborough, and you know the woman, the deputy leader of the Green Party. You know, the ones that say, he likes my joke, look. The ones who say, refugees welcome, but she said, not in my town. Yeah. They can come in, just not in my town. Anyway, if there is any lefties here, the pink ladies always do the same thing when we see lefties. What do we do, girls? I think it begins with R. Rabbit. Ready? Off we go.
Oh, we're going to get copyrighted. Damn it! Alright, I'm going to come away from the music for a little bit, guys, because otherwise the stream's going to get taken down, which is not good.
Because you got a minimal police presence.
I'll try and... Okay. Hello, everyone. So, yeah, I waited until the speeches were literally starting to start the stream, because if music's playing, the stream would have got like demonetized straight away, like literally the moment I went live. But hopefully, if I talk over the music, we should be okay. So we've just heard from Orla Minahane, and then we just heard from a lady called Emma, which is a resident of Chelmsford. Now, I know that there was a slight issue with the speakers where it was just crackling a little bit, but basically she was telling a story of, you know, the recent accidental release of Hudush Kabatu, and it was in Chelmsford that he was accidentally released. So, as residents of Chelmsford, they are obviously thinking, well, hang on a minute, how many of these instances are there? How many people have been accidentally released? Why weren't we listened to? And she was also telling me of her friend's daughter who was sat on a bench. She was doing work experience. She was sat on a bench, and she was sat next to a man, and then he just randomly indecently exposed himself. And also down in Crowborough. Sorry, I'm learning the new names of all these places that I haven't heard of before. But down in Crowborough is where they are first implementing the idea of moving asylum seekers from hotels into army barracks. And they've been notified. Well, I suppose they had to basically beg for the information. So I don't know if you can say that they've been notified, but they've found out that they won't be told when the asylum seekers are going to be put into the army barracks until 48 hours before it actually happens. You know, they were asking them, they were saying like, well, what kind of notice will we get? 2 weeks? 1 week? What? And the guys were just like, yeah, no, more like 48 hours. So everyone is feeling fearful. Everyone's feeling angry, as you know, rightfully so. I'm feeling angry because for some reason, every single time the rain hits my hair, these bits flick out like some kind of handlebar mustache. But yeah, so they're just playing some music at the moment, and then I think the next guest is Mike Graham.
basically, the white people make up for 80%. So what they're committing more than 1% of sexual assaults in this country. It's simple.
What, just playing elective?
Yeah, the lady that was screaming out whenever she got
I'm gonna get copyrighted, so I'm gonna stay away from the music for a little bit, which is somewhat irritating. But yeah, so I believe that Mike Graham is the next speaker. Obviously, former presenter on Talk TV. I know, I'll admit, okay, right, I'm gonna have a tiny little moan. So if there's anyone watching that does, set up their own protest or is, the leaders of any of these groups, if you want to genuinely support citizen journalism and independent journalism, then yeah, things like this, like playing music at every protest, it just screws everyone over. I mean, even when I edit the full report, I'll have to take the music out of it. I'll have to edit the music out of it so that video won't then get demonetized, which is a shame because obviously people can say that we're grifters and everything, but the matter of the fact is that you can only dedicate your most of your time to something, or all of your time to something is what I'm aiming for, is if you can make a living doing it. And if you can't make a living doing it, then you have to find a job elsewhere, which means less time dedicated to this, and there's stories that go missed. So I've had whole videos taken down before because of music, and it's been like a really good report that I'm proud of. So yeah, it is a shame. But also, I don't really say anything because it's not about that. It's, it's a protest, not a party, and you can't hear people. Yeah, I do get what you mean, sometimes, yeah, people are just so focused on getting PA systems that are going to be suitable for music that they don't really take into account when people are actually doing speeches. So yeah, it can be a little bit. Can't you chat with the organisers about music? Surely the Pink Ladies want you to. Listen, I am sure that if I went up to Orla and said like, hey, listen, the music is it gets everyone demonetized, can we not do that in future? I'm sure she'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm so sorry, don't worry. But the thing is because there's so many protests, you'd have to say to every organiser, and after a while people are just going to start looking at you like, at the end of the day someone's going to turn around to you and go like, oh yeah, because I care about how much money you make. Do you know what I mean? Like, so people don't really think about it, which I can't blame them, but it is just a little bit annoying because then when the music is playing, I just kind of have to stand over here and then when the speeches start back up again, I'll sprint back over, get back under the media tent and carry on filming for you guys. It's also a little bit irritating because obviously if there's music playing in the bits in between, that would usually be like in between speeches is when I would usually do interviews, but if there's music playing, then that obviously limits me from doing that as well. So but yeah, well, all the signs are the wrong way around, everything reversed on stream. Oh, I don't know, I think that's just the way it is. It just does that. It's always done that. But why do videos get demonetized if there's music? Because if essentially, let's say I write a song, I copyright it, and I want to, the whole reason you copyright a song is so that you can profit off it. The only way you can profit off it is when other people use your music and then you get paid for it. And also, if you have like copyright on it, and let's say someone uses my music who I really don't want them to use it, I really don't want my music being associated with them or something like that, then I can, because of the copyright laws, I can get that taken down, therefore deleting any association. So, it is understandable why they do it. It's just annoying. Oh no. She says something's going to be upsetting.
So we're going to bring out each of the girls that have been murdered in the last year because of illegal migration of undocumented, unscreened men. When this pink smoke stops. Okay, actually I'm going to let it stop first.
Everyone always regrets the pink smoke.
Disasters today. The rain stops.
Every time you need a mask.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, this is really serious, so let's... So the first one, Rhiannon White, 27, murdered leaving the migrant hotel that she worked in. She was stabbed so many times that the screwdriver he used to kill her perforated her brain. She leaves behind a 5-year-old little boy. This is the seriousness of what we're dealing with here. This isn't just us saying, oh, do you know what, we don't want them here because we're racist and they don't really fit in. This is what we're dealing with. Stephanie Irons, 23. She was a graduate and had a degree and a master's in clinical psychology. Her parents said she was the kindest, most wonderful daughter that anybody can wish for. Stabbed to death by an illegal migrant. Katie Fox, 34. Stabbed to death at a bus stop. She was injured so badly, but she hung on for 3 days in intensive care before she died. Her parents described her as the kindest, most wonderful daughter that they could ever wish for. Lainey Williams, 17. Murdered in Wales, stabbed to death. Her parents described her as a rainbow. Lily Whitehouse, 19. Murdered in the street by a man who'd already committed 3 rapes and had served 8 years for manslaughter. Allowed out to murder a 19-year-old girl who leaves behind a 6-week-old baby. These 5 women have died, have been murdered at the hands of an illegal migrant catastrophe that this government is letting happen, and if they had not been allowed in, these women would still be alive. And that is a fact. This is not us making it up, it's not propaganda. And I want to ask all of you, how many of you knew who these women were before I pointed them out? Only the ones of you who we speak to, the pink ladies. Because none of them are publicised. Why are they not publicised? Because the government don't want you to know what is going on. And that is a fact. Thousands and thousands of women are raped and sexually assaulted in this country every solitary week and month. They hide it, they don't want to let it out, because they know that if they told us the truth, there would be mayhem on the streets of this country. And I tell you what, if it doesn't get sorted, there will be. Because if the women, with all due respect to the men, and the men in this country are the most patriotic, wonderful people, but if the women of this country are standing up and saying to this government, we have had enough, we are not going to be sacrificial lambs to your multicultural nonsense anymore. You can't say that you're going to stop the votes. You're going to do a deal with France. You're going to do X, Y and Z when they're coming in their thousands every day. I look at these girls and I literally want to cry. My daughter is the same age as Lainey. How many of us have got children and daughters and nieces that we want to protect? That we're too scared to let walk home from school? That we're too scared to let to go shopping with their friends? My daughter didn't come home the other night for an hour because she was studying at school. I was so terrified because I couldn't get hold of her. I rang her up like a lunatic, crying, until she answered the phone. Why should we have to live like this? We are under attack, and I want all of us to just take 30 seconds and say a little prayer for these 5 women. Thank you, everyone. We're going to light some candles now for the girls and put their pictures back, and then I'm going to play some music, and then we'll hand you over to our first guest speaker. Thank you. Okay guys, 1 second, I'm just going to try and get out of the crowd again. So, I think Orla said that they're just going to play some music in a minute before the next speaker. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you.
Good, just on a live stream at the moment. Yeah, wow, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just feeling a bit down. There we go, another speaker. I can have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, that's a break.
Oh, so many. I don't know why this is upsetting me so much. Just so many girls.
I hope everyone's all right. Thank you for coming today, for supporting Orla and the Pink Ladies. This is an important movement because our voices are being ignored, especially by the mainstream media. And at the end of the day, the more people that come to things like this and show that we've had enough and that we're standing with ladies and victims, the bigger this movement will be. And you know, one thing, I work on GB News. GB News have been very good. No matter what you think of certain media groups, GB News have covered this, not just this, but the grooming gang scandal over and over again. And the message is getting out there. The people that are coming to events like this, people like you, are not far right. We are just normal people that have had enough and that are worrying about our children, grandchildren and our families. And it is undeniable that these hotels are causing a problem and these illegal immigrants are causing a problem up and down the country. The crime emanating from these hotels and these barracks is off the charts. In Epping, the whole reason I'm involved is because a 14-year-old girl was sexually assaulted in her school uniform. Now these are the sort of men that we're letting in. And no, not all of them are going to be like that. And look, we might not want them here, but not all of these men are like that. But it only takes a small percentage of these hotels and these barracks to cause havoc and heartache amongst our communities. 14-year-old girl sexually assaulted. I can only imagine what her father is going through. I've got 2 daughters myself. So the thought of that, and undocumented, unverified men walking about while they're in their school uniform or in their town is horrific, and our government is putting that on us. Our government is forcing
Sorry,
this
everyone, just
on us.
readjusting
None of us
the
voted
angle.
for this, yet we're being ignored. So thank you again for coming to events like this and supporting the Pink Ladies. Now, all I wanted me to speak about knife crime. Now, you know, there is a problem with immigration and knife crime, but just in general society, we've got judges that are letting people that have got machetes caught over and over again on our streets, and they're letting them off with suspended sentences. Yet we've got people like Lucy Connolly that can say, and she admits, words that she shouldn't have said on the internet. But how can we start jailing people that are writing things that we don't want to hear are things that are
Thank
deemed
you, Kim.
hateful.
I really appreciate that.
Yet we've got
I am okay.
people
Just,
walking about our
you know,
streets
some
with
days that,
weapons
I don't
can
know,
kill you.
just gets me more than others.
Britain is falling, society is falling, and it's like our government is allowing it to happen. Our government is almost encouraging it to happen. So the more we stand up, it's not just the illegal immigration. We need our government and our authorities to start policing our streets again. Because we've got gangs. And even here in Chelmsford, you have gangs of the night that are carrying swords, machetes, zombie knives, and they know if they get caught, it's a slap on the wrist. We need Britain to get tough again now, for our kids and our grandkids. Thank you very much. There's many so-called political prisoners in prison for their words that they've said on the internet. All we want is everyone to be treated the same on an equal footing. Something has happened in Britain right now where our authorities want to deem people like us as the enemy. We're not the enemy, we are what makes Britain great. Thank you.
Talking of political prisoners, they're on their way. Okay, listen, we're going to try and play some music because we're running a bit ahead of time, but I know that everyone's freezing, so if it was a lovely summer's day, we'd be here all day drinking and having fun. Well, not drinking, obviously, because I don't drink. Dancing and having fun, but because it's so cold, I don't want to keep you all so long. But obviously, Mr. Mike Graham's on his way. So we're going to try and get some music on these speakers. I don't know whether it's the speaker or we don't know what it is, but it's Bluetooth on everyone's phone. But anyway, we're going to play some music, talk amongst yourselves, do some media, and then we will come back to you with our next guest. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay guys, well there's going to be another few songs I think, so I'm going to get away from the crowd a little bit, and I don't know, I really am okay. Like I noticed
hello, you're right. Hi, I've been following you and you're brilliant. You're
thank you. Hey, what's your name, sorry?
Oh, don't put me on. Juliet. My kids will kill me. They're like, oh mum, why are you getting involved? I'm like, because I want to.
Yeah, because you're awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, I love watching you. I love discovering people like you.
Oh, I think your Bob's here somewhere around as well. See him.
I love Bob too. And I said to him, I'm going to take this now because one of these days you'll be Prime Minister, and then I'll be able to show and say, look, that's what I met him when he was just
17. Yeah. Oh, bless.
So anyway, good luck to you, darling. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you. Thank you. Oh, that's cheered me up a little bit. Oh, that's cheered me up a bit. It's hard. It's really hard not to get down sometimes about. Oh my gosh, that is it. Can I film it? Oh, guys, look at this precious little face. Hello, sweetie. Oh my gosh, thank you. She's adorable. Oh well, I mean, how can I be sad? How can I be sad now? Honestly. It's like the universe is listening. I was just feeling a bit down, and then next thing you know, meet some awesome people, see a cute dog, and everything's okay again. Although I am totally going to get copyrighted. Honestly, at this point, I'm actually trying to find somewhere that just might be a little bit dry, so I can sit down for a couple of minutes. But yeah, well, anyway, while we're waiting, how is everyone? Yeah, I'm kind of screwed for streaming right now. Like, even if I went in to try and do some interviews, I'd get copyrighted. I'm gonna have to like edit this out. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take this out the post edit. Oh, there might be a perch that I can just. Is that dry? Looks dry. Ah, there we go. God, it's cold. It's dry, but it's bloody freezing. Ugh, my cat just looked at the dog on the screen and gave me the look. Brilliant. There you go. When you're on track, God brings what you require. That's lovely. Yeah, no, I do like to think. You know, actually, funny enough, like one of the things that happened when I was coming to my faith just had someone literally walk past who did not stop like eye contact. They just like, you know, when someone's looking at you and they're going like, and they're literally like, we couldn't unlock eyes. That was so bizarre. I don't know. But when I was first coming to my faith, and like one of the things that made me feel like, oh, okay, and I know it sounds silly, but I had a childhood teddy bear that I lost that was like the most important thing in the world to me when I was little, and I can't remember what reminded me of it, but when I was a teenager, about like 18, 19, I can't remember what reminded me of it. I think it was an old photo, but all of a sudden I really wanted my old teddy bear, and I wish that I think I gave it away, and I wish that I never did, and I couldn't find I couldn't find one anywhere. It was completely discontinued. I could only find it in America, and like in really poor condition and everything. And then one day, like it was after I started to pray regularly and stuff, all of a sudden it was there for £15, perfect condition, literally looked exactly like my old one, like I just like, yeah. So it was crazy, and it was just like, yeah, ask and you shall receive. Well, I'm totally going to get copyrighted for this. At a certain point, I've just got to stop fighting it, I think. I'm going to get copyrighted. Let's see what's going on over here. Wow, we've got... It's getting busy. The numbers are picking up a little bit, it looks like. Someone said, any news on the magazine? Yeah, let's talk about the magazine. Okay, the magazine. So, the magazine. Do you have a spare one?
Yes, I do.
Please.
Yes, of course.
I don't have enough hands.
Hold that.
There you go.
You got a light?
Yes.
Oh, my hands are getting numb.
I told you to bring a jacket.
No. I'm fine. It's my hands are cold.
The hand's cold. You want to choose me? Was you going to roll one?
Yeah, but my fingers are numb.
I can roll one still.
I'll have that one, please. Thank you very much.
You should see mine. Yeah, so give me 2 seconds, guys, and then we shall... Don't alert anyone. Yeah, I was always more into teddy bears as a kid, rather than dolls. I think the only dolls I had was, does anyone remember, or I don't know what age demographic my audience is, but does anyone either have one when they were a kid, or maybe their kids had one? But them little Annabelle dolls, the ones that would like, you could actually feed them a bottle and you had to change their nappy. I don't know why we wanted that as kids, but nevertheless we did. But other than that, I had, God yeah, it was all just, my room was full of teddies, and I had a massively impressive collection of Lego and toy cars that I then all gave to my brother just for him to lose. Yes, so the magazine I am really excited about. It is going to be called, and I hope you guys appreciate this, it is going to be called Propaganda, as in proper hyphen gander, as in take a good look. So like let's have a propaganda at it. And yeah, the idea is to take a propaganda at the propaganda. So instead of writing on specific stories that are happening that week, because at the moment, to start off with, it's going to be a quarterly issue, I'm thinking, or monthly. To start off with, it's going to be taking a broader look rather than specific stories. Oh, sorry, I've gone really chilly all of a sudden, I can't stop shaking. Yeah, so it's going to be a broader look at all of the problems that are going on. So instead of it being more specific stories, like specific asylum seeker hotels, it's going to be a broader look at all of these topics. Yeah, a propaganda, exactly. That's exactly how it was spelled. My second daughter burst into tears when her Annabelle doll cried, so we had to give it to charity. That's hilarious. That's so something that I would do. I remember, like, one time, I mean, on the whole of it, I was a well-behaved child, but when I was, like, really little, I remember once I was having a tantrum, and I threw one of my teddy bears, and then after, I was so upset, and I, like, went around the room and kissed and hugged all of my teddy bears and apologised. Oh, God, it's chilly. Are they starting the speeches again? I think they might be getting ready for the next speeches, so I'm going to get back in the media pen.
Hello. So, I haven't done this for a while, so I might not be any good. As you know, I used to have people that did this for me. It's not bad though. It's definitely an upgrade. Listen, welcome to Chelmsford, where the weather has obviously been organised by Keir Starmer, that complete and utter fuckwit. I'm sorry, I don't know if there's too many children here, I don't want to swear too much, sorry guys. But there might be a bit of swearing, you know, because Keir Starmer, a bloke who now can't actually walk in a straight line without tripping over, right? I don't know if that was Angela Rayner who was tripping over, by the way, over in... I see it went on fire as well, COP30, despite the fact that they've completely driven coach and horses through the Amazon. It's now on fire, which is causing quite a big problem. But here we are, listen, I want to thank the pink ladies. I can see a lot of pink out there. You guys should be very, very proud of yourselves, you know, because when Orla said to me last week, would you mind coming out and speaking, I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Saturday, because you guys are a fucking inspiration, honestly. Right? Because it says save our kids over there, right? Because, you know, only yesterday, there's another one. Some Afghan bastard has come into this country and sexually assaulted and raped a 12-year-old girl. I mean, what is going on? You know, we don't want these people here, right? I don't care about these, you know, BBC types who go, well, surely you're not saying they're all rapists. Actually, I am saying they're all fucking rapists, you know? Because it's the only language they understand, right? We don't want them here. We don't need them here. And they shouldn't be here. And we certainly don't want them anywhere near this town in Wethersfield. 600 of them being busted. I was listening to a show the other day. They're getting bussed in to spend your money in that place over there where they're buying alcohol, they're getting lagered up, and then going and assaulting our children. Okay? And it's disgusting. And Keir Starmer and his shitty, awful, crappy government are to blame. Right? You know why? Because it's got worse since they got in, hasn't it? Only a few years ago, I remember, it was fine to go down the street in London without worrying about getting your phone stolen or your fucking car window smashed in, right? Which happened to me both times, and nobody seemed to think there was anything weird about it. You know, we live in a great country. This is a brilliant country. This is a brilliant county. This Essex town, I've never seen so many Essex girls in my life. Apart from those kind of string fellows years ago. But, you know, you guys are the heart and soul of this country. It's not about race, it's not about colour. You know, there's plenty of people here who are not white. There's plenty of people here who support your cause and support your case, not because they're racist, but because they just want to live their lives fairly. They want to pay their taxes fairly. They do not want to be ripped off, and they certainly don't want to be paying billions and billions of fucking pounds to these wankers coming into this country from Eritrea, from Sudan, from fucking Afghanistan, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? See some flags here. I'm surprised the local council haven't come around to confiscate them and lock you up. Because, you know, that's what you get locked up for now. You don't get locked up for raping and assaulting girls. You get locked up for having a flag. It's bloody ridiculous, right? So listen, I pledge to you, I've been away for a while, on leave apparently. I was never suspended, no. I I wasn't even sacked, according to my lawyers, who cost a fucking lot of money, by the way. And I'm going to be back on December the 1st. And guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing a breakfast show. But it's not going to start at 6 because that's too bloody early. It's going to start at 7. And it's going to be on YouTube, and it's going to be massive, right? And we're going to be talking about migrants, and we're going to be talking about why they shouldn't be here, and we're going to be continuing the campaign that the Pink Ladies have done so brilliantly with Orla and all of you, because this is only the beginning, right? Look at the state of that absolute wanker, Keir Starmer, right? Look at him. He wakes up every morning and goes, oh my God, even my fucking wife hates me, you know. He threw his own son under the bus the other day. Can you imagine? Yeah, my dad's the Prime Minister, because twat. You know, he will do anything that we can make him do, because he's weak, he's got no backbone, and he's got no philosophy of life, okay? So you keep pushing him, and he will fold like a bad suit, right? So keep up the good work. I love you all. I'm sorry the weather is a bit chilly. My advice is to drink an awful lot of brandy, possibly Jack Daniels. Tea. I've been assaulted.
I've got no legal, I've got no insurance.
Listen, you guys, for coming out in this weather, I salute you. I salute your cause. I'm part of your cause. We will continue to fight these absolute and utter invaders who should not be in this country, who should be out of this country before the end of the year. We'll do our very best to do it. Keep the faith. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mike. He's been assaulted by this. That's fallen on his head. He's sworn more than I do. Thank you so much, Mike. What an amazing guest. I'm so grateful. And the thing is, I don't know the ins and outs of what happened, but do you know what? What the media need is voices like Mike. Honest, truth, none of the nonsense, none of the rhetoric, none of the one-sided, oh, I'm being assaulted now. You know, BBC, British Bullshit Company. So if anybody wants to have their photo done with Mike, because everyone seems more interested in him than me, that's all right. We'll do that. We'll put some music on and then we'll get our next guest on. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, okay. Another little break, it seems. I just want to say, sorry everyone if the camera was a little bit shaky at moments there. I'm absolutely freezing, and yeah, I was shaking a bit. So let's see what's going on with Mike Graham. Got people have just hoarded. Yep, I'm gonna get copyrighted. Oh goodness me. My stream is gonna get copyrighted.
Oh, Emma, while we're here, do you want to chat with us?
Yeah.
You've got time.
Yeah,
You're busy,
no,
don't worry.
No, it's totally fine.
Yeah, of course.
You guys don't mind waiting a couple minutes, do you?
She's got an interview to do with GB News, alright? She's got an interview to do with GB News and she'll be back, I promise.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any chance? Is that alright? Thank you.
Keep it on you if you want.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just plug it on you.
Oh, thank you so much, mate. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, chilly.
Emma, hello.
Hi,
good
how
to
you
see
doing?
you. Very good, how are you?
I'm good. Cold, bloody cold.
It is cold, isn't it? And more the reason to see how so many people are here today. What do you make of this Pink Ladies protest, and what are you here?
Well, I'm here as always to cover it. I follow the Pink Ladies. I've covered a lot of their protests. This is, I mean, there are loads of people here, but this is actually one of their less impressive turnouts. There are so many people that support the Pink Ladies, and yeah, like you said, the fact that people have still come out in the cold and the rain, and it's so windy as well. It just shows how scared people are and how much people care. And I'll admit, when Orla was going through the names of all the girls, I couldn't it got me a little bit, because it's terrifying. You know, I'm 21, my mom's a single mom, she's at home all the time, and I'm not there. I have a younger brother who's it's not just young girls, it's boys. It wasn't too long ago I heard a story of an old man getting assaulted on the steps of a church by a migrant. I mean, this is it's terrifying, and the government still isn't listening, and until they do, protests like this are going to keep happening.
And do you think the government will listen? Do you think protests like this are going to make a difference?
I would like to say yes, but I don't know if at this point that's just wishful thinking. I do think that there are some people, maybe more independent MPs, that are listening, and we have some people in I suppose what you could call the new mainstream, people like yourself on GB News, people like Mike Graham on Talk TV, that are going to be reaching wider audiences with this as well. So I do think that eventually the government will have to do something, because otherwise the alternative is these won't be protests anymore, they'll be riots.
Thank you very much for joining me today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Enjoy your your fans on your live stream.
Yeah.
Emma's doing a brilliant job, isn't she, as ever. Hope we'll get you back on the Saturday 5 very soon.
Thank you. Thanks, Alex. Nice seeing you again.
You too. Take care.
You too. Thank you for holding the stream, by the way. Thank you. Okay, guys, that was a quick one with chilly. That was a big gust of wind. Oh, chilly, I cannot warm up. My goodness, the wind just keeps hitting me. Oh gosh. So yeah, that was that was GB News. That was Alex Armstrong from GB News. That was just a quick one about today's protest. Oh my goodness, look at my, I can't stop shaking. It's so cold. Oh. So after this, I am getting the largest hot chocolate I can find, and some nice warm food, maybe a chippy. Is that dry? Or is it deceiving me? Is this dry?
I don't know. You need a hot drink, girl. You're shivering.
I am uncontrollably shivering. Like
why do you got coffee? Hot chocolate.
Because I'm streaming.
Do you want me to get you one?
Oh no, it's fine.
Sure?
Yeah, no, I mean I really appreciate that, but no, it's fine. I don't want you to miss any of the speeches or anything.
What's your channel?
He speaks freely. I do have some cards.
Oh, so you tell everybody.
I came prepared today. That's me.
Cheers. Yeah, we'll give you a follow.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Louise.
Louise Mark, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say there was someone earlier that was like shouting abuse or something. I think right not left Reggie. I think he caught it on camera, so it might be on his stream. I'm not sure, but yeah. Wow.
That's her on the
This is Sorry, I'm streaming right now. This is my cameraman. He helps me out. He gets me some.
Just did a little interview for you.
Oh, amazing.
Where are you from, Emma? I'll interview you now. I'll interview now.
Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're from, please.
Hello.
You all right?
What's your name? Sorry.
My name's Justin Smith, and from the Football Lads and Together for the Children.
Oh, amazing.
So we come and support these events all around the country as much as we can. So it's lovely to see how many people are here today.
Yeah.
We're looking at hundreds of people turn up in this very inclement weather. And I know quite a lot of these people are here who have come from different areas to support this, be it from the Cheshunt, Epping, Holliston area, from people from Essex, Braintree, Chelmsford protests that have taken place recently. We're all here to protest and support the Pink Ladies because it's their event, and to protest about what's going on in this country with undocumented illegal migrants. And how that's affecting this country and the women and children of this country, because obviously very adversely in terms of how many women are getting killed, how many children are now being abused, the cover-ups that are going on in this country. I'm watching in the mainstream media, they keep talking about Prince Andrew and what's happening. Okay, that's bad, but at the same time I do believe they're using that as a smokescreen to cover up the fact that Sadiq Khan is doing nothing about the 9,000 cases that are going on in London about child abuse. No one seems to be talking about that in the mainstream media, and we like to talk about that. We'd also like to talk about what's going on with the over 10,000 veterans that sleep rough on the streets of this country every night, while you've got God knows how many, tens and tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands, undocumented illegal migrants staying in hotels, getting 4 square meals of hotel quality a day. Whereas you've got people that, fought for the country, may have lost their limbs, may have been mentally affected, PTSD, and how these people are affected afterwards. Look at what's going on with some of the things the government are trying to do now with our veterans. People need to get behind the veterans. I believe they're now trying to take legal cases against the government, and we, for the football lads, we totally support that. If we can help in any way, please get in touch with us. And we're here together for the children as well, to support these protests in towns and cities around the country. And we will be organising a nationwide event coming up in March, where people from every town and city in this country will be coming together to support together for the children. And what we're hoping to do in terms of going after some of these people in legal cases and raising funds so that we can put our own, what we would call people's media, investigating contentious issues and things that need to be looked in, and using independent media to do that. So yeah, we're here today and we fully support this, and fair play to everyone who's come along, put feet on the ground and got wet doing it. So lovely to meet you, Emma.
Brilliant, well, it was lovely to meet you, and thank you for that. That was wonderful.
Keep doing what you do, yeah?
Thank you. That was wonderful. Oh, that was a wonderful little on-the-spur interview.
Frozen, you're like that.
Oh, I am freezing. I know.
We'll warm you up.
We'll warm you up. Bless you.
That's probably the most famous Patriot talk in the country.
Oh my gosh, let's get it.
Football Lads podcast.
Sit down. Monty, sit.
Look at you, precious.
Monty, sit. Sit down.
Oh, bless him.
Sit down. Sit.
Oh, good boy.
Camera. Right, sit down. Sit down.
Oh, he's alright. He's alright. Ain't you adorable? Hello. It's alright, everyone just got a kiss.
I got a great one in London of him.
Oh, do you?
Great picture. She's standing like that, proud like a lion.
Oh, bless.
Are you a monster? You're a monster, aren't you? But you're lovely, Phoebe. Yeah, you're so pretty.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, go get yourself hot chocolate, say.
Oh, I don't know. Guys, there is a Costa, literally, like, just there, like about 30 seconds away. I'm debating whether I have time. Yeah, I'm debating whether I have time before the next speech is, just to quickly go and get myself a hot chocolate. Just keep my hands warm, if anything. Would you guys mind? Okay, I'm gonna make a break for it. I'll quickly try and get myself a Costa. I'm just going to quickly go and get a hot chocolate.
Oh, I'll come with you. Come.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly go and get myself a nice hot chocolate.
That lady in the wheelchair, her name's Carol. She's not against us. She's protesting with us for her mental health.
What? And someone thought that she was...
Because of the megaphone, a lot of the people thought she was a counter-protester. Obviously, she has a colourful sign as well. But she's actually protesting with us in the sense of she's upset that the asylum seekers are getting more help than she is. And she has mental health. She's lost her mother this week as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrendous. Are you guys in the queue? Oh, guys, I'm just hot steak baking each glove, and that's a good shout actually. I always have to wear fingerless gloves because otherwise, if I wear proper gloves, I can't like touch the screen, turn the camera around, and like scroll up through the chats as well. But I don't know, maybe if these gloves had like like a heat pack there or something, that would be good. I've got a new coat because my other jacket, my army jacket that I usually wear, I did it up, well, I went to do it up, and all of a sudden all the buttons just popped off. Oh, goodness me. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh yes, so tomorrow, for anyone that can make it, Graham Moore is doing a seminar on the English Constitution and your common law rights, and just generally just kind of like reminding people and really showing people what rights that they have that they might not be aware of, especially when it comes to things like free speech, right to bear arms, and everything like that. So yeah, tomorrow Graham Moore will be doing a seminar in Epping. If you can make it, please do. You can find the details on my X and on my YouTube as well. There I did an interview with Graham about the upcoming seminar. So you can find all the details there, but it will be filmed for those that can't make it as well. Oh, goodness me. God, all this stuff is so tempting. Look at all this stuff, guys. So tempted. Willpower. What about the militia bit that you mentioned at the end? Well, I mean, I'm assuming that will be part of his talk. I know that there's a talk and then it's followed by a Q&A. I think the talk is about 2 hours long, and then the Q&A usually leaves about an hour for. So I'm assuming that if he does mention the militias, it will be more towards the end of the speech. I don't know. So how are you guys? Oh, it's just so nice being in here away from the wind. It is so incredibly cold outside. Oh, goodness me. Graham Moore has educated me hugely on common law, and I'm a law graduate and working currently on my master's degree. Yeah, see, he said that he's spoken to a lot of barristers and lawyers that have, you know, said like, oh, well, we didn't know that, and we weren't taught that in law school and everything, and it's just like, it becomes very evident very quickly how the establishment is purposefully, even those people that are going into law and everything, they're purposefully mistraining people. It's like how I don't know, pharmacists. Some pharmacists know things that some doctors don't, and it's baffling. Yeah, no. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to get any of the sugar. I'm just going to get myself a hot chocolate and be done with it. God. Knackered, cream crackered, and, well, just tired. I can't think of any other, phrases. Oh, sorry this is taking a little bit, guys, and we'll be back out there soon enough. Triple espresso needed. See, I've never been much of a coffee person. I like them, I like the caramel iced coffees, but I do not want something iced right now. I need something hot and nice and warm. Yeah, it is nice and warm in here. It's lovely and warm. I'm not looking forward to going back out into the cold. This makes me laugh out. You know that. Hey, another hot chocolate and one of these, please. Pardon? Alright guys, I'm just waiting for my hot chocolate. And then I'll go back out, we'll get the speeches. I was deputy manager years ago. No, you go ahead. I was deputy manager years ago, Citizens Vice Bureau. We help homeless people, people threatened with bankruptcy, people in debt. So you're wrong. What are we talking about? Sorry, have I missed something? Paranoid, I did. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm not sure what you're going. If I missed something in the chat.
It was the best, honestly. Frank Clark sang it.
Just waiting for my hot chocolate. Might as well just put the mic back on there.
And his passion. You couldn't have got anyone better to do it.
Sorry guys, I'm just putting the mic back on the thing, 1 second.
He brought Greg's. He brought Greg's stockings down. We got on the next day, we were hanging out of our arse. So we got on, it's only like an hour and a half. We got on, he said, we went. I thought, should we have fun with this? He said, I had to smash a fucking iron thing to put right in the bed. Just be bothered. Just be bothered with stockings is amazing. I put with peppers. Oh,
I'm being strangled by my scarf.
It's really good for you. Yeah. It's just a little bit red pepper. It's boiling.
Thank you. There we go. Oh, hello, fancy seeing you here.
Oh, hello,
you
Ken.
alright? Yeah, I've got. Right. My love, are you ready to go? Oh, that's so lovely and warm. That's so lovely. We've got all the pink ladies breaking off, haven't we? Darling? We've got all the pink ladies breaking off into Costa, haven't we? Everyone's going to be coming back.
Are you on the internet?
Yeah, I do.
I know your face, darling.
Yeah. Everyone's popping in getting a hot chocolate.
Yeah, because it's getting cold.
It's bloody freezing. I was interviewing someone and I was like, it was like
I told
this.
the girls off over there and said, you've got yourself too comfortable with it. You're not allowed to sit there and get out.
Oh, I know. Right, well, we better get out there and carry on filming. Right, well, I'll see you guys later. Oh, thank you. Right, everyone, I'm gonna head back. Sorry for anything we might have missed. I was so cold, I literally could hardly hold the camera still. It was ridiculous. So I hope you guys forgive me.
Because one person is one person, two people are two people, and three people are a movement. And I'm going to hand you over to a lady called, well, I can't pronounce her actual name, but she's an influencer, and on Instagram and on X, she's known as Based and Bougie. She is a honorary pink lady. Only you come, my sweetheart. Thank you, everyone. Welcome, Based and Bougie.
Oh God.
Pink ladies, how are you today? How are you guys today? Sorry guys, this is quite last minute, so if I read from my phone, don't mind me. Can I just say you guys look so beautiful in pink? And can we also just give a round of applause for the organisers, Ola and Sarah?
Can I just say one thing before she starts? This lovely lady was caught in traffic, but she's a signer, as you can see. She hasn't just suddenly got up here and started like raving. But She's a signer, and what we wanted to do is make it inclusive, because there's so many people that are hard of hearing or deaf in our community, and you don't see it because it's almost a hidden illness. Are you all right there, darling? I'm sorry. We've had an incident. Sorry. Are you okay? You haven't been drinking earlier. Okay, so just so that you know, she's our signer. So a round of applause for our lovely signer lady.
Well, the reason why I'm here today is because I actually want to give words of encouragement to the Pink Ladies and everybody that has come out here. And I want you guys to hold into your heart to never, ever stop telling the truth. Truth and facts is not a far-right ideology. Statistics is not a far-right ideology. And the statistics are clear that young, white English girls are being sexually assaulted, trafficked and raped at disproportionate numbers. Now, does that mean we don't care about other women who are being assaulted? No. Does that mean we don't care about black girls and Asian girls? No, but we have to tell the truth that it is happening with young white girls. And the reason why they are targeting young white girls is because they want to demolish British values. And we must never allow that to happen. And I also want to say one thing, okay? You cannot call yourself a feminist but remain silent when young white girls are being assaulted.
Yeah.
You cannot preach about anti-racism but remain silent when young white girls are being assaulted. You cannot preach Me Too and then remain silent and not come out here when young white girls are being assaulted. And most importantly, you cannot preach Christianity and remain silent when young white girls are being assaulted at disproportionate number. I refuse to take advice on racism from people who hate the white race. It's not happening. But the left wants to divide us. The socialists, the Marxists, they want to divide us, and they want to paint this movement to be a cultural, or they want to create this to be a far-right fascist movement, and it's not about that. Can you imagine that every single person that I've spoken to today, every woman I've spoken to, has encountered a foreigner trying to hunt them down or sexually assault them? Why is nobody speaking about this? Why is mainstream media not speaking about this? Again, you cannot talk about human rights and racism and equality and remain silent when it's happening to women of cultures and races that does not look like you. And I also want to make something very clear, okay? If this was happening with Asian women, I would be here. If this was happening with black women, I would be here. South American women, I would be here. But the truth of the matter is, it is happening with young white women, and we need to tell the truth. Yes, rape and assault happens all over the world. We know that. It happens in every community. It's just a dark part of society that can never be avoided. However, never in a million years have we ever seen our establishment actually continuously import the perpetrators in millions. That's the problem that we have here. We have a certain group of people, okay, and I know this because I'm someone who originally is Africa, and I can tell you that most people, they haven't really developed their mindset in Africa when it comes to women's rights. So to see them pouring them into the country is very dangerous, and this is not what my parents came here for. In fact, they had me here so that they can escape that type of rape and sexual assault culture, but yet it's followed them here. Yeah. So why are we all not standing up for women?
Yeah.
And the part that's even more heartbreaking is the fact that all the victims, all the pictures that we've seen, there's no news coverage on it. Zero news coverage. And you know what? It kind of breaks my heart because I feel like the English people have been so inviting. They've been so welcoming. You guys have housed us. You guys have been able to give us British culture, which we have all benefited from. But yet, we are remaining silent when your community is being targeted. I refuse to be a part of that. So I just wanted to come here today to say, ladies and gentlemen, continue to tell the truth, continue to state facts, continue to be vocal, and never, ever, ever allow the establishment to silence you.
I just got sprayed in the head by some water. Thank you, my darling. Now, how brave is this woman? Do you know what? Hats off. Because I tell you what, and I don't know, because obviously I'm not a black woman, but as a black woman in this environment, to stand up and say the things she says, she is an absolute hero. Thank you. I just wish wish that there were more women from different multicultural backgrounds who came forward and said how they feel, because this is not just about white women saying I know that there are women out there. I know there are Sikh women. I know that there are Hindu. I know there are Muslim women. I know there are women from every culture that feel the same as we do, but they're too scared to stand up. And I really wish that they would. I really wish they would, because, you know, I'm sure that if you look at what's happened in the last 10, 20 years, and with the rape gang scandal and everything else, I'm sure that these women are ashamed of what's happened. But they haven't got a voice, and that upsets me an awful lot. So please, if there's anybody that wants to reach out and is brave enough, please come forward. We are good people. We're not racists. We're not bigots. We are just decent. We're all women. We're all women. We're all mothers. We're all grandchildren. We're all grandmothers. And it doesn't matter whether your child is Chinese, Asian, black, green, whatever they are. We want to protect them all. So please, can people just let this absolute nonsense go? This right-wing attacking, this absolute bullshit, I'm sorry, that we're listening to, because it's not fair and it is not right and it's not true. So everybody looks really cold. My feet are cold, my nose is cold, and there's a pub over there that's got my name written on it. All our arms. I just want to thank everybody for coming today. It's been freezing, it's raining, but you know what? You are all true patriots. And patriots don't come in one colour, they don't come in one size, they don't come in one gender. They come, and do you know what a patriot is? It's somebody that feels it there. Your heart makes you a patriot. So we're going to leave, we're going to play some music, and we're going to all mingle. And then I'll let you know what pub I'm in, and you can all come and buy me a drink. No, don't. It's okay. You don't need to thank me. Thank you so much. Keep listening to us on watching us on social media, and we will tell you when the next event will be. Hopefully, it'll be a better day. I can't say that. Okay, I've just been asked, sorry everybody, I've just been asked to mention that tomorrow in Braintree, for those locals at 12 o'clock at the Fountain, there will be another protest. The same as in Epping, every week. We've been there for 5 months now. And when I went to Crowborough last week, I said to them, be in it for the long haul. Because this is not for the faint-hearted. The only way that we will win and get what we need is to get this government out. Fact. But in the meantime, we have to shame them. Every day, every week, every month, and show them that we will not go down without a fight.
We won't stop.
We won't stop. Thank you everyone, lovely to see you all. See you next time.
Okay guys, so it seems that today's protest is now coming to a close. I'll admit I expected it to go on a little bit longer, but obviously, you know, it's, as everyone said, it is freezing. Oh, let's just get under here a second. Okay, hello everyone. So that has been today's protest. I'm aware that interviews have been. We've got Alan Mystic here. Everyone go and follow and subscribe to Mystic Media. So today, yeah, it's been a bit of a funny one because of the music. It stopped me from getting some interviews in between the speeches. However, we have had Glenn going around and getting some amazing interviews for you guys while I've been busy streaming. So I'm going to be heading home. I'm going to be editing all of this into a report. I'm going to try and get the report out by this evening. I'm aiming for sort of, I mean, what time is it now? It's still fairly early, isn't it? What time is it? I can't see my watch without tipping the stream. Okay, yeah, so it's about 1:45, I think. So I've still got plenty of time. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to get back. So I'm going to get back, I'm going to start editing straight away, and I should have the report out for you guys by this evening, maybe around 7 or 8. So yeah, hopefully you guys will watch that one this evening, and then tomorrow, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it to Braintree because I will be in Epping filming and covering Graham Moore's seminar, which I hope you guys tune into, and if you can come, I hope that you attend. So yeah, I'm going to, if anything, what I might try and do is I'll wrap up the stream, and then I might try and get some pre-recorded interviews before everyone leaves, because in the post-edit I can take the music out, so we won't be at risk of demonetization. So I think that's going to be the way I'm going to get around this. But thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a bit of a I know I didn't put out on X early enough or soon enough, I think, that I was going live, so we've had a few less people in the chat today, but everyone's been absolutely lovely, and I'm sorry about a little wobble I had earlier. I was feeling, sometimes, you know, especially doing journalism, you're always hearing about these horrific stories. You're always hearing about just, and especially at the moment, every day there's another rape, there's another attack, there's another murder, there's another this, another that. I'm a very sensitive person, I guess, and sometimes it just gets to me more days than others. And yeah, sometimes it just gets to me a little bit, but thank you all so much for just being kind and supportive. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe and share the video, and yeah, stay tuned for the report coming out this evening. Right, well, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.